I can't believe you're still afraid of losing Ethan just because of a magazine article you wrote.
Sheridan, I know it sounds silly, but the article said whichever man's arms a woman is in at midnight New Year's Eve is the man she'll be with for the rest of the year.
Silly? It's ridiculous. I mean, that article was just another ploy to sell magazines. And besides, even if it was true, then that would mean that I would be spending the rest of the year with Luis because I was in his arms at midnight. And we both know that the odds of that happening are, what, 1,000,000 to none?
Do we? Sheridan, do we really?
Yes, Gwen. I mean, me and Luis? It's absurd, ridiculous. It's laughable.
You know, you never did answer my question before. Is it possible that you are falling in love with Luis? I mean, be honest, Sheridan. How did you feel when Luis had his arms around you tonight?
Luis.
It's all right. It's all right.
Be honest, Sheridan. How did you feel in Luis's arms?
I felt safe, secure. I mean, despite all that had happened, I just felt this sense that everything would turn out all right.
So you felt safe, secure, happy to be in his arms?
Yes.
I was right. You've fallen in love with Luis.
No, Gwen. I mean, of course I felt safe and secure. Luis had just kept me from falling through the skylight. I mean, if he hadn't, then I would have been the one to have ended up dead on the floor, not Martin Fitzgerald. I mean, of course I'm happy. Happy to be alive.
That's all? Are you sure?
Just because it felt wonderful to be in Luis's arms does not mean that I'm in love with him. You know, it was a situation. That's all. Gwen, you shouldn't be worrying about my romantic life, or rather my lack of it. I'm supposed to be making you feel better about Ethan, remember?
Well, I'm not so sure you can unless Teresa gets out of the picture.
Teresa is no threat to your future with Ethan. She never has been, and she never will be. My nephew loves you, and only you.
Maybe you're right. Maybe I have put too much emphasis on proving that Teresa's in love with Ethan. It's the principle of the thing. You know, I want Ethan to know that I am not insecure and I'm not imagining things. Sheridan, I am almost positive that Teresa's handsome rich boyfriend is really Ethan. And once he finally realizes that, I want Teresa out of our lives for good. But the only problem is that everything I've tried so far, nothing works. I keep hoping something's gonna happen to make Ethan finally see the truth.
Trust me, it doesn't matter how Teresa feels about Ethan. What counts is that Ethan loves you.
Sheridan, I know what you're saying. It's just that... Oh my goodness, my parents! Sheridan, they had to have heard what happened at the seascape tonight. I have to call them and let them know I'm okay.
Well, I doubt they even know. They would have called you by now.
No, I had my cell phone off all night and didn't even think to check the messages. I have to call them.
Oh, well, go use the phone in my bedroom if you'd like.
Thank you. Oh, and Sheridan, thank you so much for trying to make me feel better about Ethan. I mean, especially after everything you've been through tonight. It's no wonder Ethan loves you so much.
Thank you, Gwen. I love you and Ethan, too.
And I'm sorry about the way I acted about Teresa being in Ethan's arms. Maybe it doesn't even matter whose arms you're in New Year's Eve.
No. Maybe it doesn't matter.